Hello everybody, Rusted Ground here. Welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. We are in our camp at the moment, and we're gonna start talking to people before we do anything else. So yeah, let's get on with it. Trying to find your way through the earth, are we? It's going to take some time, you know. Okay, is he gonna find something or... Okay then, I'll let you be. Yeah, right. Just do what dogs do. Okay, so let me have a look here really quickly. We have some gifts here that we can give to people, and we have some things that we can actually... Yeah. Let's see now. So, let's go. Sten. Restriction. Oh, okay. Sten. You can get +1 strength, +1 magic. You don't use magic, do you? +1 cunning. Right. Let's give you this ring here. You have +1 cunning, +10 mental strength. Maybe give you... Let me see, what do we have? No. Okay. Mm-hmm. 6 defense, spell resistance, chance to... Yeah, okay. Spirit resistance, spell resistance, 10 cold resistance, fire damage. You already have a 4 spell resistance. Right. Strength and magic and 50% nature 50% nature resistance. What? Wow. Okay, this one is quite cool. Right, okay. When it comes to armor, let me have a look here and see what we can give him. Templar helm. It's a massive helm. Okay, chainmail gloves. Yeah, you don't have gloves. Take those. Heavy chainmail. This is... No, what you have on is better, apparently. Okay. Leliana then. Dalish boots. 3 defense. I think... Actually, fatigue. Less armor, but it gives you 3 defense. So, yeah, why not? Let's have you wear these. Dalish armor gives you 1 dexterity. There you go. Thank me later for that. Sten. Chainmail boots, maybe? Yeah, because it's better than what you have. This requires 32 strength. Okay, so I think we need to level you up a little bit. Right. Zevran. Okay. Studded leather armor. No, what you have is better. Morrigan. Plus 20% to cold damage. She only does... Okay, yeah, let's do that then, because you have fire damage, but you don't really do fire damage. Right, that's about it, I guess, for now. So what I can do is actually just go ahead. Wait a second though. Morrigan. She has willpower and mental resistance. Okay. And in terms of weapons... Oh, in terms of weapons, let's see here. Leliana doesn't have 34 dexterity. Really? How much dexterity do you have, Leliana? $31. Okay. Interesting. Right. Okay, then Zevran, my friend. I think this one... No, it's not actually. 1 second. Crow Dagger. 15 critical backstab damage. Ooh, right. Okay, so that's better than what you have. Well then, I can now safely go and sell everything else.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
Can I see your wares?
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Right. Okay, so, bye-bye. Darmisu, bye-bye. Kunari sword, not yet. Long sword, yes. This one I'm gonna keep still, but then everything else... We are selling everything else. Wait. 2 constitution. No, I'm selling the wardens. Yeah, I'm selling these. All of them, actually. Because I can buy them later. If need be. That's good. Okay. Right, so... Thank you for that. And then...
Enchantment?
Yeah. Let's see...
Enchantment!
what we can enchant here. So, we can put something on here. 10 damage versus dragons. That's good. That's good. So, let me see here. Journeyman. 4+4 spell resistance. Expert Flame Rune. 3 fire damage. Boom. And electricity damage. We can do that, right? Like that.
Enchantment?
Enchantment.
Oh, certainly.
Shit,
I can
no,
do
sorry,
that for
sorry,
you.
sorry,
Just come with
misclicked.
me.
Misclicked. Damn it. Misclicked.
Enchantment?
Yes.
Enchantment!
Right. Alistair also has 2. Right, okay, so... Spell resistance. No, let's give him some... a bunch of fire... A bunch. +1 fire damage. Should be good. Let's try that out. And see how it goes. Right, cool. Okay, let's start having a chat with everybody.
Yes?
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
We need to discuss us. Never mind. Never mind. What's your approval rating here? It's okay-ish, but let me let me give you a gift like this. The silver necklace is adorned with a large silver medallion.
A fine gift.
Boom.
You have my thanks.
And now she's interested. Fancy scroll. A scroll of parchment decorated with fancy gold handles. Right. Silver brooch. A large gemstone in an intricate silver setting. A small pin on its back allows it to be attached to clothing.
A fine gift.
There we go.
You have my thanks.
Okay, cool. Now, Morrigan approves. Of course she does. Right, now, Wynn, I believe, was interested in books and such, right? So, actually, let me just take a look here. And let me do this. Map, water-stained wine, ale, no. I should give this to my dog, right? Because we're not doing anything. I mean, he already has full approval, but... Oxbone. I mean, we're not doing anything else, so... Beef bone. we're not doing anything else with it. Painted sky ball. This almost perfect orb is made of a polished black stone and has been painted to look like the night sky, complete with constellations. Right. Dalish gloves. These gloves are made of supple leather and lined with soft rabbit fur. Dalish gloves. Right. Okay. Legacy white sheer. This is alcohol, right? This is alcohol as well. Onyx demon statuette. A small statuette of a demon carved out of onyx. Fancy scroll. Andraste's grace is for Leliana. We've given her this before.
Oh, how dear of you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Whoa, look at her approval rating. Damn, son. Okay. Fancy scroll. A scroll of parchment decorated with fancy gold handles. Okay, onyx demon statuette. I don't know who would like this. Water-stained portrait. Right, okay. Moderate cunning. That's cool. Nice. Okay. Let's talk to her then.
I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died, and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free.
That is comforting.
It's a beautiful sentiment, I think. One that brings peace and hope to the grieving.
That was actually very, very nice. Didn't know she could sing like that. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, so to say.
Something I can help with?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind? Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Okay, let me see.
Which one?
Sharta, no, I thought of it just now, but it slipped my mind. No.
It will come to you soon, I'm sure.
Okay, never mind. Okay, nothing here with her. Right. Win.
What's on your mind? I try not to dwell too much on the mistakes of my past, of which there are many. I would go quite mad if I did that. But I do have one regret. The greatest misstep of my life, made even more grave because it had dire consequences for someone else.
Tell me, it might make you feel better. What did you do?
Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Anarin. He was my first apprentice.
Okay.
Anarin was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans, especially humans in authority.
But the mages treat the elves and humans alike.
All he knew of the humans was what he had seen in the alienage. He was very wary of us. What Anarin needed was time. Time to get used to his new home. Time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him, too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential, just to be difficult.
Wow, okay. That just seems so unlike you. And what did he think of you?
Oh, I dread to think. I was a harsh taskmistress. He might have thought I was a demon in disguise. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him.
And what happened to him?
Anarin ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down.
Phylactery?
The phylactery is a vial of blood taken from a mage.
Right.
But blood is connected to life, and your blood can be used to track you down. They called him Maleficar.
Whoa.
A mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him.
Well, I guess you learned your lesson now. Wow. I don't know if I should go with it's not your fault, honestly. I'm gonna go with that was cruel of them.
I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed Anarin. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves.
Maybe he did find the Dalish? I think it's time to forgive yourself. Maybe he did find the Dalish.
The Templars are well trained and thorough. That he still lives, it would be a vain hope. The apprentices that came after Anaren benefited greatly from the lessons I learned from him. In a sense, he was my teacher, and I his student.
So there is a bright side.
And there it is. My story, my one greatest regret.
Whoa, new quest. Hello. Help Wynne find closure. Wynne spoke to you about the first pupil she took under her wing, an elf named Anaren. She was quite harsh on him and drove him away from the circle. Anaren spoke often of the Dalish elves and dreamed of finding them. However, Wynne believes that he never managed to find them and that he was hunted down and killed by the Templars. Right. Okay. Zevran, my friend.
Here I am.
What are you doing? Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
What is your opinion of the Dalish?
I know little enough of the Dalish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his debts.
Ouch.
All is tale in the book.
Wow. You're an assassin and a son of a whore. Jesus, that sounds terrible, man.
Is it? It seemed normal enough a tale growing up. No different than the other elven boys in the whorehouse. I didn't know my mother
True.
either, of course. She died giving birth to me. My first victim, as it were.
Oh my
We
god.
were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating. Until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear.
Wow. He speaks so lightly of all this. Yeah, and yet you're oddly cheerful about that.
It could have been much worse. Shall I tell you about what happened to the other whorehouse boys who did not fetch a decent price with the crows? Surely your life has not been so idyllic. People like you and I are not the product of happy lives of contentment, after all.
Okay, you can say that. The only answer I would give here is you can say that. I wouldn't say I'm nothing like you.
My original point is that my mother's Dalish nature was always a point of fascination for me. Through all the years of my crow training, the one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of Dalish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them again.
Well, what do you know? I think I have some Dalish gloves in my pocket. But you don't think yourself as Dalish?
Not at all. I think of myself as Antivan. Still, that did not stop me from running off to join a clan when I drew near Antiva city once. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had constructed as a boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the Dalish. Let us move on.
Yes, let us move on. Give me a second here, because I think I have just the gloves for you. Where are they? I had the gloves, didn't I? Yes, Dalish gloves. Boom.
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for?
If you don't want it, give it back. No, they're Dalish gloves, like your mother's.
Maker's breath. You're right. It is like my mother's.
Nice.
The leather was less thick and it had more embroidery, but these are very close and quite handsome.
Cool. You're welcome.
Do I seem surprised? Perhaps I am. Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
Nice. Awesome. Alright. Codex updated, actually. Whoa, 11. Wow. Zevran Aranai. The most efficient, most feared, and most... Okay, Zevran was a crow contacted... Okay, Zevran shows an affinity for the finer things in life, hardly surprising for an Antivan crow, but his appreciation can be more poetic than he lets on. A simple bar of refined silver or gold, uncomplicated by a craftsman's hammer, is elegantly valuable. Right. Well, I think I gave him something like that before, didn't I? Because he said he likes expensive stuff. So yeah, fancy scroll. I'm not sure if I should give this fancy scroll to Win or keep it. I think I'm gonna keep it for now. Right. Alistair.
Something on your mind? Of course.
Boom, boom, boom. If you were raised in the Chantry, have you never... Oh, what? What was it like to be a Great One with all the others?
I didn't know them for very long, but I guess it was longer than you. You never met them all, did you? They were quite a group. Actually, they felt like an extended family, since we were all cut off from our former lives. We also laughed more than you'd think. There was this one time... Well, you probably don't want to hear stories about men you didn't know.
Yes, I do.
There was one Grey Warden who came all the way from the Anderfells. What was his name? Gregor. He was a burly man with the biggest, fuzziest beard you've ever seen. And the man could drink. He drank all the time, but he never got drunk. Finally, we all made a pool to see just how many pints it would take to put him under the table.
Okay. I could bet. No, sounds like you had a lot of fun.
Sometimes. We were kin of a sort. All of us had gone through the joining, so we knew... Well, anyhow, it doesn't have to be deadly serious all the time.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we never did find out. He said he'd drink a pint for every half pint that the rest of us drank. He was still going by the time the rest of us were passed out. I'm told that Duncan walked in later on and saw us all passed out from one end of the hall to the other, and Gregor still drinking. Duncan laughed until he nearly... Until...
I'm sorry, man. This must be hard for you.
Yes, I suppose so. I thought I was done with this, but it just struck me that I have nothing to remember Duncan by. Nothing at all. There's no body, not even a token of his that I could take with me. That must sound really stupid to you.
No, it doesn't.
I just would have liked something of his to take with me, that's all. Well, there's no use in moaning about it, is there? He's gone. Let's just go.
Right. Okay, what is Alistair's approval rating here? Pretty good, 54. Okay, I think Leliana is the highest, isn't it? Right, 38 with Win, Morrigan 42, Zevran 28 at the moment, Leliana, yeah, 56. Well, 56 behind, yeah, besides Max and Sten. Well, Sten. I don't think he's gonna say anything, but
yes,
I'm gonna try. Have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Never mind.
Very well.
I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
No.
Then I suggest we move on.
I need to find... I think you should leave.
As you wish.
I'm gonna have to discover what Sten likes through elimination, basically. Right. Okay. So... What? This guy is the...
You witnessed the rarest of
Dalish.
things, Warden.
Right.
The Dalish stand ready to defend Ferelden.
Nice. Okay. Do you need anything?
We have assembled on a short schedule. Certain factors of equipment could be better. Crafting components would serve best. Basic ones like elf root and deep mushroom.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so we are currently level 12. Almost 13, actually. So I'm thinking we go and do Levi's quest. That's what I'm thinking. Because if we look at the map here, right, we technically need to go to the Redcliffe Castle at the moment, right? But we could go, and oh, we also have Flemeth's hut. Flemeth's hut, maybe? No. Let's try to do Levy's quest. Let's start this.
You considered my offer? Soldier's Peak has been abandoned too long, if you ask me.
Yes. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Right. Okay, history of the Dryadens. Wow. A lot of things. Wait. Sophia Dryden. Sophia Dryden is Ferelden's light and her most brilliant jewel. Nothing on this earth can ever quench her fire. Arlessa Sophia Dryden was the young Arlen's rival for the throne of Ferelden. Dryden was a strong and charismatic leader with much support from the Banorn. When Arlen finally won the crown, Dryden refused to relent. She pushed her claim, was caught and accused of treason. Her sympathizers continued to support her, however. In order to appease them, Dryden was spared execution and forced to join the Grey Wardens instead. Dryden survived the joining and dazzled the Grey Wardens at Soldier's Peak with her leadership skills and charm. She eventually rose through the ranks to become the Warden Commander of Ferelden. Before Commander Dryden, the Grey Wardens were seen as a relic of an older time and an unnecessary drain on the nobles' coffers. Dryden, though, with her political connections, reinvigorated the Wardens and rapidly increased their numbers. In the meantime, King Arlen proved himself a devious king, willing to go brutal lengths to silence his opponents. Arlen's reign of terror grew worse with each passing year, and some of the bands approached Commander Dryden in desperation, begging her to intercede. She agreed, and thus was the rebellion against King Arlen born. Arlen learned of the rebellion and took steps to end it. He publicly suspended all tithing to the Grey Wardens and declared that they were no longer welcome in Ferelden. Some of the Wardens, mindful that they were supposed to remain politically neutral, felt disgraced by Dryden's involvement in Ferelden politics and left her side even as the king's forces lay siege to Soldier's Peak. The siege took months and ended with the death of Sophia Dryden. Nice. The history of the Drydens. In the years following the siege of Soldier's Peak, all those who carried the Dryden name were hunted by King Arlen's forces. Our noble Dryden name was smeared, and all lands and holdings belonging to the Drydens were seized by the crown. The king feared that the rebellion started by Sophia would be kept alive by her loyal friends and family, and anyone with connections to the Drydens suffered greatly. It is little wonder then that the few remaining Drydens found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Tobin Dryden, Sophia's brother and guardian of her young son, had no choice but to flee Ferelden. Tobin bought passage to Antiva on a merchant vessel and traveled under the name De Rocher. Once in Antiva, Tobin set about building a new quiet life for himself and his nephew. He started a small business and eventually made a name for himself as a trader. The De Rocher merchant family prospered, and the name Dryden was almost forgotten. However, in 815 Blessed, Sylvie de Rocher uncovered old documents belonging to Tobin and pieced together the family's history. In her pride, and perhaps in her naivete, Sylvie reclaimed the name Dryden and returned to Ferelden. King Arlen lies dead and the Dryden name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived, since the death of Sophia Dryden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Dryden name, but we Drydens know that Sophia Dryden was greater than them, almost a queen and a hero of the people of Ferelden. Nice. That is... wow. Okay. Well, I guess that's where we're going, right? So, travel to Soldier's Peak. Levy offered to take you through the maze of tunnels that lead to the old Grey Warden's base of Soldier's Peak. He wishes to uncover proof that his ancestor, Sophia Dryden, was the hero his family always thought she was. This is part of Soldier's Pass premium content, and if we look on the map here really quickly, It is right here, Soldier's Peak. Right. Cool. Well then, I guess we know where we're headed. But like I said, I will stop this episode here. No, I didn't say that, but I'm saying it now. I'm gonna stop this episode here. We'll continue in the next one, which will basically be on the 1st of January, guys. I just want to wish all of you a happy new year. I hope you have your New Year's resolutions ready, and I hope you'll get to keep them. We'll see each other in January. Thank you very much for all your support on the series and throughout the year for all the videos that I've posted on the channel. And yeah, we'll continue in the next one, guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Give a like to the video if you liked it, or a dislike if you didn't like it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.